He's a thug. That's what he is.
Wow.
Right? He's a thug.
I'll fucking chew yous up and spit yous out. There's men taking juice to be as big as John Fury. I eat beefsteak and stew and eat worms. Eat worms for breakfast. Like you, the worm Froch, who shit yourself. Plenty to say now, you fugazi. You pussy. I'll fix you when I see you, mate. I'll batter you into oblivion, and your fat fucking ugly mate with you camera-headed cunt Joe Egan, pal. Joe Egan, I will punch and kick you till you shit yourself. And that won't be very hard, because you're shit anyway. All you want to do is make a video. And again, nobody stopped you from coming to any Misfits show, mate, and you can go and ask Callout and that. You're a liar. Like, well, you've lied about Mike Tyson all your life. The man told me. He said, I don't know him. He said, but if he wants to make a few good for my name, that's okay with me. He seemed like a nice guy. I said, do you ever spar him? No, he said. So you're a liar, mate. I'll get Mike Tyson to tell you. You know, well, let me tell you something, you. Let me tell you. You ain't worth a sausage. I know your history. You are an absolute...
We are coming to fight. That is the message loud and clear from John Fury. This is his direct response to Joe Egan calling him out. Fury is flexing power and pride, but many fans believe this noise only proves Joe Egan has got under his skin.
His mate had hit in one punch, put him in the Royal Infirmary. Him can't look out of his eyes. He's been going on and going on. Why he had to face the big John Fury? Because I've got power. Look at the back on me. Look at the muscles on me. I'm not fat thin. I could drive that right hand straight through the skull. Running 4 miles 5 times a week. Weight training, in the bag, sparring. Come on. I'm ready and prepared for these mugs. And I grabbed them. If you're in the outside, you grab me out from you know that. Be over. I tear the...
In a recent interview, Joe Egan opened up about being labeled a fraud by John Fury. He explained how the comments caught him off guard, especially given their past connection. Egan firmly rejected the accusation and reminded viewers that his toughness has always been proven inside the ring, not through talk.
Said to John, there's another boxer in this film called Joe Egan. Do you know Joe? And instead of acknowledging me as his friend, because I'm supposed to be his friend, he went, yeah, I know Joe. Joe's a fraud. Joe's a fake, hard man.
John Fury hit back at critics, claiming people keep using his name for attention and money. He questioned why podcasts focus on him, suggesting others are chasing relevance. But many believe Joe Egan's call-out is about pride, not publicity.
Sad state of play when people's got to keep mentioning one man, John Fury. I was never anything worth mentioning, yet they want to keep burning my name out. Good God, there's better men to talk about than me out there. But they keep picking on me for some reason, because people are that sick and weak-minded. They want to pay them 50 or 100 quid to make a podcast talking about me. You know, who am I to keep talking about? You know, bloody hell, it's embarrassing.
Mike Tyson stepped in to defend Joe Egan, making it clear Fury has pushed things too far. Tyson's words show Egan's determination and highlight the seriousness of this challenge, proving Fury's insults have real consequences outside just talk.
Hey, John Fury, you know who I am. I'm your nightmare. I'm Joe Egan. Now, I know you're very interested in what I've got to say because I know you follow me on social media. I know you take a great interest in what I say. You're very opinionated when you're at these press conferences and these weigh-ins. You're very opinionated. You're very loud. You're very arrogant. You're very obnoxious. And I'm looking forward to the day.
John Fury, you got my friend Joe Egan really mad at you, saying you wanted to fight me. And he also told me that you told Russell Crowe that he was a fraud. So Joe Egan is looking for John Fury, okay? And if I'm able to see that fight, I hope it's not in England because I'm a felon and I can't go to England. But he's coming for you, John Fury, for my own.
Joe Egan calls for the fight, asking if it will happen and who is involved. He mentions the money on the table and talks about standing toe-to-toe, sharing his experience with past heavyweight champions and comparing chins.
Do we get this fight on? Do we see this fight? Is Misfits involved? Is someone...
Misfits offered a lot of money, Mams offered a lot of money for the fight.
Are we talking like millions of pounds?
Yes, that's the money they're talking, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, we're too old to dance around the ring. We'd stand in front of each other and we'd punch each other till one of us gave up. I've been hit by 4 heavyweight champions of the world and not knocked down. He got hit by one and was knocked down. You know, so I believe, well, I hope my chin is better than his.
Based on what you're saying right now about this man, I can tell you he just needs a little bit of love.
Love him, he needs battering, that's what he needs.
Carl Froch and Joe Egan are having a laugh at John Fury's expense, pointing out he called them out but now seems to be hiding. They mock his excuses and highlight that despite Fury's tough talk, they're ready to face him together if he steps up.
I need to ask you, where's Big John Fury, the fighting man? Where is he? Where is he gone? I've got to ask you while I've got you on.
You can two me. You two shithouses can try and two me. I'll batter the shit out of the two of you. And if I've got to go back to jail for you two shithouses...
Carl, it's the amount of support that I've got for people that wanted me to put manners on John Fury.
Absolutely.
Right?
What's he done? Has he left the country? Where is it?
I don't know where he's gone. I think he's hiding under a rock somewhere, you know, like the vermin that he is.
It's unbelievable. He's
Because he
vanished.
insulted me. He bullied people over the years, and then the headbutt that he threw at that young Ukrainian in Saudi highlighted him for what he is. He's a thug, he's a bully. I hate to say he's a coward, because he called the fight on. I'll fight any 58-year-old man on the planet. I've stepped up to the mark because he insulted me with Russell Crowe. Neither of us were any good, Carl. Both of us were just tough. My chin's been hit by 4 heavyweight champions of the world and not knocked out. He got hit by 1 and was knocked out. So I believe my chin is better than his. We're too old to dance around the ring. We'll stand in front of each other if he gets the courage to get in with me, and we'll punch until one of us gives, one of us breaks. And I think he would break before me. And that's what I believe. And if he believed different, he'd have taken the fight, Carl. I do believe in his mind that he thinks, well, Joe Egan might be just a little bit too much for him. A lot of money being offered. Maybe he doesn't need the money. No harm to me.
Yeah, but he was the one who called it on, not you. He started it. He gave it the big one.
He started it, Carl.
He had his bluff called, and then he went quiet.
Joe Egan doesn't hold back, calling John Fury a thug and a fraud. He exposes Fury's prison history, his eye-gouging incident, and claims he was never any help to Tyson. This is pure controversy hitting Fury where it hurts, and the audience will notice.
John used to be in camp and used to help Tyson with his training.
He's never helped Tyson with his training. Don't talk rubbish about helping Tyson. He's a hindrance to Tyson. John jumped onto the gravy train when he came out of prison after gouging a man's eye out. Right, he went to prison in a fight. Now, I've been in fights, many fights. You've been in fights, Spencer. You've been in fights, Bilal. I don't know about yourself, Charlie.
I've not
right?
been in fights.
Right? But you don't resort to gouging a person's eye out. That's just a thug. And the reason he gouged the man's eye out because it was a smaller man than him. And the man was winning in the fight. That's fact. And he resorted to the dirtiest tactic to more or less blind the man. That shows you what sort of a lowlife that he is.
John Fury acts confused, trying to downplay Joe Egan's insults. He claims he expected respect, but this only highlights how rattled he is. Egan's call-out has clearly hit a nerve, and Fury's excuses make him look weak in front of fans.
I don't know why he's being cheeky. Why is he being cheeky? Because I see him shake his hand. I thought he was a mate of Tyson.
Carl, it's the amount of support that I've got for people that wanted me to put manners on John Fury.
Absolutely.
Right?
What's he done? Has he left the country? Where is it?
I don't know where he's gone. I think he's hiding under a rock somewhere, you know, like the vermin that he is.
It's unbelievable. He's
Because he
vanished.
insulted me. He bullied people over the years, and then the headbutt that he threw at that young Ukrainian in Saudi highlighted him for what he is. He's a thug, he's a bully. I hate to say he's a coward, because he called the fight on. I'll fight any 58-year-old man on the planet. I've stepped up to the mark because he insulted me with Russell Crowe. Neither of us were any good, Carl. Both of us were just tough. My chin's been hit by 4 heavyweight champions of the world and not knocked out. He got hit by 1 and was knocked out. So I believe my chin is better than his. We're too old to dance around the ring. We'll stand in front of each other if he gets the courage to get in with me, and we'll punch until one of us gives, one of us breaks. And I think he would break before me. And that's what I believe. And if he believed different, he'd have taken the fight, Carl. I do believe in his mind that he thinks, well, Joe Egan might be just a little bit too much for him. A lot of money being offered. Maybe he doesn't need them.
Adam Smith gives a clear picture of the tension building up between John Fury and Carl Froch. From a distance, he noticed the confrontations escalating, showing Fury's readiness to step in physically. While some may see it as posturing, both men thrive on controversy and bold statements. The audience gets a real insight into the personalities at play, 2 strong characters who enjoy stirring the pot. Fury's pride is evident, but Adam hints it's all part of the show and they will ultimately settle it their way, keeping boxing fans glued to every move.
Did you see any?
At a distance, with my binoculars on, something was going on. I'd imagine it's Carl having a go at the Furies, probably over his time on his channel. Maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun doing that, but I'm sure it's all fun and games. They like to say what they believe. They like to say something that's controversial, and they're two big characters, and we love having them around the sport. So let's leave them.
Tyson Fury explains the impact of being around fighters who embody hunger and ambition. He praises the drive and determination required to succeed, highlighting that persistence and pushing limits are contagious traits. The audience sees Fury's perspective on leadership and influence, showing how top fighters inspire and challenge each other, shaping both skill and mindset in the boxing world. His words also serve as a reminder that John Fury's attitude is part of a larger culture of toughness, where proving yourself is as much about mental strength as it is about fists inside the ring.
You know, to be around people, just to show them what hunger is and desire is, and when you're at the top, to show them to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Hopefully they learn, it rubs off on them.
Hearn gives a blunt and colorful prediction of the clash between Carl Froch and John Fury. He suggests Fury's size and old-school tactics could make things messy, hinting at possible rule bending. Yet Hearn clearly backs Froch, emphasizing his skill, readiness, and ability to handle any physical confrontation. The commentary frames the fight as unpredictable, messy, and intense, capturing fans' attention while highlighting the experience and cunning Froch brings to a showdown with someone as volatile as John Fury. It sets the stage for anticipation, tension, and drama before any gloves are thrown.
Outside, I'm an animal. I'm telling you now, people who know me, or the past, they're all dead who know me. Who could say he can fight? Outside he's an animal. They're all dead and gone. I'm from old school. I'm from the 70s, 80s and 90s when men was men. We didn't talk down YouTube. So men made videos. We fought. And you see that, the pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a 5 right for that window like an aeroplane?
Carl Froch does not hold back, calling John Fury a bully and questioning his courage. He mocks Fury's threats, suggesting that he would physically dominate him if given the chance. Froch frames Fury as all talk, seeking attention without real intent to fight. By highlighting Fury's arrogance and aggressive posturing, Froch and Joe Egan subtly expose the cracks in Fury's persona. The commentary builds tension, showing the audience that while Fury tries to intimidate, the combined scrutiny and ridicule from experienced fighters like Froch and Egan paint him as vulnerable, making the upcoming clash more unpredictable and highly anticipated by fans.
Enough about Big John Fury, the fighting man who don't want to fight really. There's enough about him. Big fucking bully, that's what he is. And it will come on top for him. He'll say the wrong thing or he'll approach the wrong person. If he came up that platform today, I'd have absolutely volleyed him back down the steps. Mark my words, I'd have volleyed him straight down them fucking steps. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about it anymore. You can see I'm a little bit annoyed by the cheek of him. But all he's doing is attention seeking, and he's getting more attention.
Shane Fury defends his father, but acknowledges the unpredictability of John Fury's methods. He points out that online taunts don't match up to face-to-face confrontations, subtly hinting at his dad's reputation for reacting aggressively in person. The commentary frames the situation as tense and volatile, showing that Fury's antics provoke strong reactions. Shane's measured tone also contrasts with his father's aggression, giving fans a more balanced view while still highlighting the potential for chaos. It underscores that while Fury may be feared online, his threats carry real-world consequences, keeping everyone on edge.
To be like you can talk about someone online and do videos, but not expect someone to say anything when you see someone. So I don't know. Listen, my dad's got his ways and his points, and 90% of the time he's half right, but listen.
Johnny Nelson highlights that the spectacle has already succeeded, with John Fury creating hype and tension. Nelson predicts Carl Froch will dominate if a fight happens, emphasizing Froch's ability and experience. The commentary stresses that Fury's actions have generated buzz, but also that his bravado may not hold up in a real fight. This analysis frames the situation as high-stakes drama, where Fury's theatrics have entertained fans but put him squarely in the crosshairs of seasoned fighters like Froch and Egan. Audience anticipation is maximized as Nelson sets expectations for a potentially one-sided showdown.
Carl Froch.
I want to watch Froch on fight because I'm quite sure Carl's going to
rip the life out of John after today. I think John did a job. John did a job and got the excitement going, got people talking. That's exactly what he did.
Ade Oladipo describes Fury's chaotic behavior at the press conference, lunging toward Froch and creating instant drama. The commentary portrays Fury as reckless and unpredictable, while Froch remains the composed professional. Fans get a front-row view of tension, knowing Fury thrives on chaos but may be outmatched by a calculated fighter like Froch. This builds anticipation and controversy, keeping viewers talking long after the clips end.